What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're being quite naughty. We're kind of going back to the well and looking at something we did in the beginning of the season and doing a very different spin on it. We're playing Rakdos Tokens, and we're going deep. We're playing a lot of tokens in this list. So much so that we're actually making use of Styncia Uprising. This is a card that I think a lot of people have been trying to jam in the list, and I think we have one where it actually works. And this feels like a really good home for this card. So I'm really going to be curious how this plays out, because I think this actually can get it done for us. So let's hop in and take a look at what Rakdos Tokens looks like and if it can hang with the standard metagame. Y'all know the drill. Check out shop.ultrapro.com to buy all of your fancy things you want to get to protect your goods. But most importantly, check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn while you're there, and you'll save 5%. And that's good because it's another way you can support the channel, because they'll give me a small kickback. All right, let's get into this thing. All right, so we're starting at the top with Bloodchief's Thirst. Like I said in yesterday's video, or maybe the day before, but this is a card that really is important right now in Standard. It just gets rid of so many problem cards. And when you have so many of the Naya Runes decks running around, this gets rid of almost everything in that deck on the cheap. And then the stuff it doesn't, it's still worth it, right? So definitely a big deal. Going with Dockside Chef. Now, this was something I wasn't sure I wanted or not, but it's a card that makes sense in here because we make so many tokens. This can help us find some of our key cards in later stages if we need them. So, gonna lean on that pretty heavily. Then we have Shambling Gas, no surprise. It can make treasure. It can give something -1/-1. We mostly like the treasure part of it, though, in here. A couple Experimental Synthesizer. I was debating how many of these I wanted to play. I decided to settle on 2. It's nice, but I feel like we have so many situations where we're using our mana for a bunch of different things anyway. So there's going to be a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but at least some times where we don't actually get to maximize the value on this. And you really want to on a card like this. But I do like the fact that it does let us make a Samurai token, if nothing else. And that's pretty cool too. Voldaren Epicure drains the opponent for 1. I say drains. Deals 1 damage to the opponent. And makes a blood token, so we like that. Deadly Dispute, obviously, if you haven't seen this card by now, you probably haven't been playing Standard. It's in everything. Alright, so Kinzen Smelter. Now, this is one we did have in our previous list, and I wanted to come back and revisit it a little bit and give it a little bit of thought, because now that we're playing so many tokens in here, and a bunch of them are going to be blood or treasure, like, just making a 3/1 every turn is pretty big. Even if you just need it to block with. Remember, just because it has haste doesn't mean you actually have to attack with it. You could effectively turn a treasure into a 3/1 blocker and now be a little bit of a problem for the opponent if you kind of set up your board correctly. Then we have Blood Tithe Harvester, because we're making other things that have blood tokens. So yeah, this can let you take down a 4, 5, or 6, I guess, if you have 3 blood tokens, size creature, and that's actually pretty good. Oni Cult Anvil. This might be the reason to play these types of decks. I mean, just the amount of life you can drain from your opponent, the way it works with other cards that we have, it's just so good all around. And just randomly sacking stuff also generates the 1/1s, right? So nothing to complain about on this card at all, and it's great in multiples. Now, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. This is something we've had in a couple of recent decks, and I wanted to try it in here because, again, 1, it does make a token. Actually, it makes 2 tokens. It can let us get rid of junk lands or whatever else we have, which I do like. But it does actually have a few small bits of trickery as well, because you can copy some of your creatures. So if your opponent's low enough, maybe you just copy an Epicure and you get another permanent because you get a blood token and you get to shoot the opponent for 1. Or if you just need more treasure, or you need to do something on -2 for a turn or something, maybe you copy this on the way out. That's pretty good. We can also copy Blood Tithe Harvester and then have just machine gun removal, right? Because not only that, the token you make comes into play. It makes another blood token. So now you can kill something even bigger than you could have before, but you don't have to get rid of your real one. You can get rid of just the token, and that's pretty slick too. So there's a few different levels of things you can do in here. Now, I don't think it's the end-all be-all, but I think it's at least a good, reasonable addition, and I don't mind having just 2 copies in the list. Then, of course, we were talking about Styncia Uprising. We're playing 3 of these. Every turn, you make a 1/1 red human token, and then if you have exactly 13 permanents, you can blow this up for 7 damage to any target. So it can be a creature or an opponent, whatever. Be aware that to get to 13, we have a few ways to manipulate that. We can use Blood Tithe Harvester just to get rid of it on its own. Same thing with the Synthesizer. We can sacrifice it and it can go away, or possibly give us something that lets us sacrifice a thing. Oni Cult Anvil can sacrifice artifacts. You have Dockside Chef that can sacrifice artifacts or creatures, right? So we have multiple things here that can, or hell, Deadly Dispute even can manipulate our numbers in different ways. So we have opportunity here to do some things if we want to with this. So keep that in mind, that when you're doing your math, it can be kind of hard to get to 13, but you have a lot of ways to do it. And sometimes it's also worth not blowing it up. There's a couple of situations, I'm sure, where it makes sense to just keep making 1/1s and have blockers. And maybe you have, well, our next card, Meathook Massacre, out, so you don't mind chump blocking for a couple turns. Get the opponent closer to the kills point, right? Maybe they're at 10 or 12, and okay, well, let's just keep making 1/1s until we get them down sub 10, and then we'll consider blowing up for 7, right? So a couple different things you could do, but this deck gives you a lot of flexibility. Then rolling out the rest of the list, we've got 1 Agadeem's Awakening, 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 4 Swamp, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 4 Mountain, 1 Sekinzen, 4 Blightstep Pathway, and 4 Haunted Ridge. So it gives us a little bit to do with all the different things in here. And yeah, like I said, it should be a lot of fun. But as always, please remember, watch as much of the video as you can, because the more you watch, it raises that watch time, and then they recommend the video more often. And when we get to the end of the video, we'll talk about things we liked, didn't like, problematic cards, whatever, and if we change anything, and have a card spotlight for you as well. See you on the other side. Ugh, gross. I'm going to keep anyway, though. And we'll just see what happens. Oh, that's already a bad start for us. It's not a card we want to see right off the bat, but I think we can survive it. I'm trying to think what we want to do here. We could Deadly Dispute, sack our dude. I think they're going to do the same here. Yeah, no surprise. Alright, so we do get a little bit of a clear runway here to do some things. Oh, are they going to sack treasure? I was going to say, you're going to sack and play something else there? That would have been a little weird. Okay. We can... Yeah, I guess we just attack here. I'm just debating if I want to play the Anvil or wait and Deadly Dispute first. But I think Anvil here is probably correct. And then we just end the turn, right? Yeah, we'll just end the turn. I mean, we could always sack this. This is whenever an artifact creature, artifact leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless construct. Yeah, you can do it each turn, so that's fine. We're obviously not going to get to punch past that, so that's a thing. Might as well start on our drain the opponent adventures. I don't know, outside of Sorin, does that deck even have a way to gain life? Because... Oh, did that not? Only once each turn. Oh, well, alright. Let's play this. Ooh, well, I guess we'll just use this one then. That was not what we were intending to draw. But it'll have to do. They get to keep their Skullport Merchant, which is all fine and good. Neat. I don't hate that. And we'll end the turn. Alright. So the next turn, we're going to sacrifice, make a token. Actually, we'll probably play the Oni Cult thing. Then we'll sack the treasure. Make a token. And then we'll see what we'll do after that. Sure, make us discard cards. We don't hate this. Probably just... Actually, I kind of want to say Meathook Massacre. But Actually, that replaces... You know what? Let's get rid of this. If they get a Planeswalker, they get a Planeswalker. We'll live with the consequences. And I'm going to gamble that we're going to draw land later. I mean, I know it's a ballsy move there, but I'm not that concerned about it. We're going to try to have blockers and a bunch of damage on the board with these Oni cults anyway, and it's kind of going to be our route to victory. Between that and the Meathook Massacre, I think, is where we're going. So, we're just going to play into that, I think. Let's go ahead and play this. And then we're going to go ahead and play this. We didn't get a land. We could sack... This is kind of complicated, but you could sack this, get treasure, sack that, boom, boom. But I don't think we really need to. I think we'll just pass here. Probably would be smart to make sure we hit our lands. We'd also end up with more treasure, but I think we'll be okay. I don't know that we'll be okay, but I think we'll be okay. Plus, we could still do all that during their end step. They're playing mono black, so they're really going to do nothing to us. The benefit we have playing against their deck is we really don't care that much that they're doing what they're doing, right? Like, the best they can do is sweep the board, and we're just going to replace our stuff, so we don't really care at all. Yeah, if they're just nicking us here, that's all fine and good. Alright, let's go ahead and do what we were talking about. Oh, we can only sacrifice artifacts to drain. I thought we could sacrifice a creature. Yeah, do we still want to do that anyway? Probably. Yeah, sure. I'm not opposed to that. Maybe I should just do both of them. Nah. Let's wait. Oh, well, that's nifty too. Don't hate that. Alright, here we go. Sack this. 4 treasure. We did not find a land, which is a little bit disturbing. Not gonna lie. But we will go ahead and do this. I mean, we have all the artifacts in the world to sacrifice. So that part's good. And then we just pass. I mean, I assume at some point the opponent's probably going to try to Meathook Massacre or whatever. Nope, and Onyx. Okay. Well, that's a thing. They're also going to be able to gain life and outpace us draining them, which is going to be very annoying. Alright, we sack a creature. That's fine. That's kind of the least of our concerns, really. Alright. Neat. This does let us get rid of Professor Onyx, but does it let us do anything else? Let's see if this produces a land for us first, before we use this treasure. Oh, it did not. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Well, now this is kind of a bad way. I guess we kind of still have to do it, right? We don't really have much choice. I'm getting punished for discarding that land that I thought we were going to draw more land. Never happened. So, yeah. I mean, not to say they don't have just other planeswalkers or a way to get that one back, but, you know, is what it is. Okay. Now we're going to try to get Stensia Uprising down. I think that's the next plan. And then Meathook Massacre. I mean, I think is all we're going to really be able to do. Opponent's going to draw a card. All right. This is a very long game. Mostly because we're tacking on different... That's a cool... emote. Hadn't seen that one. We're kind of both attacking in ways that don't affect each other, which is kind of interesting. Might as well do this. Replenish some artifact creatures. All right. So now, if we can get a meat hook down, we can at least start draining double time, now that we have double black into play. And we should be mostly safe. I mean, they can get flyers, you know, sack this, go get Mascot Exhibition, cast that. You know, that might be a thing. They're also not destroying our lands. Not that it matters, but I figured they might do it just to give themselves some extra outs. But yeah, we're okay with them doing this, because then we just get to block all those anyway. The other flyer is going to be annoying, but not the end of the world. We should be mostly okay. I'm not sure. They've got a full grip, though. Are they just figuring out what to discard? I think here I'm still going to drain the opponent for 1. We're probably just going to play a meat hook. All right, now they're destroying our lands. I was wondering when they were going to start doing that. I mean, I don't mind. Now we have more than enough land for what we really need to do here. Anything else is just kind of bonus money. We will drain for 1. And then starting next turn, every drain is 2. And that's pretty big. Alright, we can't quite kill a thing yet. I mean, we could, but it's not worth it yet. Alright, and then we'll drain to make sure we get 2 more duders. And this lets us do 7 when we're ready. So we can sack for 7, 8, 9. Can't quite do it. We're really, really close. Really, really close. All right. The reason we can't hit them for 7 here, though, anyways, if we wanted to, is because they could end up meat hooking, which would then... Actually, I guess it wouldn't matter because we have a meat hook also. I guess I should have just sacked a thing and then hit the opponent. Oh, why did I not sacrifice? I was so busy talking to y'all. I just ignored even doing a thing. It's all right. End result is going to be mostly the same here anyway. Opponent goes to 4. Yeah. We should be mostly fine here.
Come on, there's got to be something useful.
Because we can sack this, make 2 creatures, each one of those drains for 4, and that's going to end the game. Or drains for 2, but 4 being the numbered. Yeah, we crack one of these, I guess. Just double checking so I'm not crazy. This also does a point, so that's fine too, I guess. Alright. We'll discard this guy. I mean, that's going to be it. Oh, we got even more stuff to sacrifice things. So yeah, we kind of got it all wrapped up here against mono black control. Yeah, I don't think the opponent stands. I can just... yeah. Making sure they don't die, though. So, smart move on their part. What else do we want to do here? So they are alive, because they gain the life from Onyx. We sack this, opponent's at 3. I guess, oh no, we could still do it. Because this Deals 2. Oh, yeah. That's it. We still got it anyway. And then we can sack the creature there for 1. All right. Woo. Took a little bit of work, but we got there. All right, we're going to keep this one. But sadly, we kind of have to play a little slower than we want. I guess it didn't really matter. You don't really want to play that turn 1 anyway, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. And then I guess it's not even worth playing the Smelter, really. Not till we think we can get at least 1 attack through, I don't think. Alright, we take some damage. I don't know if this matchup's going to turn out good for us or not. Feels like it could be a problem. That's not bad. I guess we have to play it as a land, though. We could turn this into a 1/1 and see what else we find. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah, let's do it. See if we find something else worth playing here. Oh, answer is no. We find nothing worth playing. Wow. That didn't work at all, did it? Alright, if the opponent has removal, they have removal. I mean, we'll just deal with it. I'm kind of hoping they play a creature and kill something, and then that way we can meat hook a bunch of stuff for 2 next turn. Is the plan. We're not blocking. If the opponent's got something here, they're just going to get us. Like, it's not worth our time. Florian. Well, that is a thing. Florian makes us attacking not look great. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Jeez, so much land. That's not what we want at all. Okay, man, that's something, I guess. Like, what else are we gonna do? Might as well take advantage of it, right? Alright, a Blood Chief's Thirst doesn't completely suck here. It's at least something we can do. So let's go ahead and kill that. I mean, I couldn't really save... I mean, I guess I could save it for Florian, but we'll decline here. No attacks. We can Stincia Uprising next turn. We'll make creatures every turn. Or, if they play something worth killing, then we try to kill Florian and something with the Meat Hook Massacre. Then we'll go from there. I think those are kind of our 2 lines of thought here. Alright, we'll block with that. Mostly knowing that we could blow up the treasure and make a 1/1 next turn if we want to. Alright. What you got for me, opponent? You just gonna kill my Smelter and that's all? Yep, looks like that's it. Oh, they are gonna give us something else to kill. Fantastic. Wasn't sure if they were gonna for a second. Okay, let's go ahead and Meat Hook for 3. Actually, do I want to use the treasure and get a 1/1? I feel like we might want to get that started. And they do have haste creatures in that deck. So yeah, let's do that. And then let's do this for 3. Oh, crap. I'm going to get rid of my own thing. That's stupido. Why would I do that? Alright. Well, either way. What's done is done. I got my card sequences out of order. I forgot I was going to make the token and I was going to remove it. Though I do get to drain the opponent for 1, so I guess that's not awful. But still. Yeah, it was a dumb play. Not that it's the worst thing. I mean, the opponent's down to 4 cards. They've got 4 mana. 5 mana now. Enrica, we can kill her, so that's okay. She's going to, I'm assuming, lose a life, draw a card. Makes sense. Wow, deck, really? That is a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably not worth playing the other meat hook here. Let's just kill her. We can wait a little bit. And we have enough mana that unless they play like Anja, I think, which is 5 toughness, we should be mostly okay. I think. Well, even then, we have a land in hand anyway, so we could still get rid of that too if they play one. So I think we're mostly fine. I don't know. We'll see. I got thoughts. I don't know if we're there or not. We'll see. Opponent's got a lot of cards still here, though. I got to get this down at some point, though. I got to start building up some creatures. But we are at 20 life, so we're not worried about too much happening to us. That does hit for 5, though. Ugh, gross. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to take the hit once. I think that's just the best thing to do here. Take the hit once, hope they don't make us discard 2 cards. Because I assume they'll attack, then they'll play something else. Okay, Florian, fair. Whatever they get, they have to cast here anyway, so that's fine. If it's a creature, we get 3 for 1 on our Massacre, and we can live with that. 1 Florian hit's not too bad, with only 2 mana up. Usually not too much negativity is going to come from that. Alright, they play a land, and there's the and. That's what we wanted to see. Oh, that's a good one to have afterwards, too. Alright, so we get to do this for 4. We absolutely want to cast that. It doesn't matter which one we keep on enchantments. And then we play this, so we get to make an artifact if we want to get another creature. But I think we're going to wait, because if we get something that's worth getting rid of, I would rather get rid of this and cycle. Like if it's a land, I'd rather replace the land with the draw. Alright, they are going to get a creature back here. Alright, so the race will officially be on. Alright. We gotta get another thing with... that creates blood tokens. This actually isn't terrible. This is kinda alright. Let's sack this little token here. Well, that sucked. That didn't do at all what we wanted. Huh. So this sacrifices a creature or an artifact. We don't have many choices here. So if we want to draw a card, we can just cycle this, but then we can't use this to try to kill the Nighthawk. We could attack, but they're not going to block with the Nighthawk. I don't believe. That would make a lot of sense. So, I think our plan is we're going to go ballsy. Let's do it. Okay, that sort of kind of worked. Alright, we'll attack. We know they're not blocking, so whatever. Alright. End the turn? I mean, because we can sack this, so sure. We kind of got our little draw engine going, but question is, can we gain enough life or find an answer to kill the Nighthawk Scavenger? Crippling Fear. Alright, well, time to go hunting. Do I want to keep that card? I don't know if I want to keep this card or not. Like, it doesn't really do anything. but... Alright. I don't have another artifact to sacrifice, so I may end up needing to sacrifice this blood token. I don't know. We'll see. And we do have other cards I can still just pick this off, like this. So, sometimes you just roll into what you need. Do we just drain the opponent here? Nah. Let's wait. I was thinking we could, but I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a scenario where I probably want that, the ability to cycle that more than anything else. And we lucked out. We would have just lost it anyway to this Crippling Fear. Alright. Opponent's at 14. Now we get to start attacking with our creature lands that we waited so patiently to get to do. We'll get rid of this because it's worthless. That's not much better for us. Get in there. Alright. Think we might have turned the corner against this deck. They have some lifelinkers though, so we kind of have to wait and see. Alright, Blood Tithe Harvester does get to block some things. And helps them find cards that they need. Now, an interesting play we have is we can actually... Oh no, because this has Summoning Sick. So we have to... Summoning Sickness. We have to wait till next turn. But I was thinking we could activate one of our creature lands and copy that. Which would be totally legit. Alright, on this one, we're going to go ahead and crack and get rid of this. Ooh, does that do it? 1, 2, 3, da-da-da-da-da. Close. We have 2 Den of the Bugbear. Actually, if we're going to do that... Oh, I actually don't have a Hive of the Eye Tyrant out. Oh, I thought I did. Alright, well, it didn't matter. Opponent scooped there anyway. They were dead. Okay, this hand, not so good. Let's mulligan. Oh, no black mana in this one. I'm going to keep anyway, though. We're going to gamble. Let's do it. I'm just going to summon the black mana to the top of the deck, just like this. Oh, okay, I failed. Alright. Well, I knew what I was doing keeping a bad hand here. I'm just going to get appropriately punished, so I can't even be mad about it. We get 1 shot now. Because I'm assuming they're going to play... Oh, they didn't play Jukai Naturalist. I totally thought that's what was about to happen. Well, alright. I guess it's still game on, ladies and gentlemen and others. That was totally unexpected. I'm not going to lie. I thought this was one of those, like, green-white, red enchantment stacks, and usually they have a whole bunch of things they can play on turn 2. Okay, that's probably what this is. I guess they just kept the... Nope. Okay, sure. I don't know what's going on. I guess they just got... Oh, you know what? Maybe they just got the slow hand that has Hallowed Haunting. That could be bad for us. That could very well be the situation. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And... I kind of want to crack this and use this. I think we do. And I'm really just hoping to find a land on top, honestly. Because I have a feeling I'm going to need all these other cards. Ugh, that didn't work out. That did not work out at all. Okay, well, I gambled and it didn't work. Trying to make a bad hand work and I'm getting appropriately punished. But that being said, the opponent's not playing a very fast game either. So even though we kept a bad hand, we're still in this somehow. But I think that's about to change. Nope. Just a Runeforge champion. Alright, can we get lucky and draw a black mana off the top? That'd be great. Because obviously they're going to be able to attack us here. That's a given. Alright, so I get why they got rid of that first, because this might be... Or they might only have Runeforged champions in hand. Could be the other issue. We don't want to get rid of that, because we may need to sacrifice it to our Deadly Dispute if we don't find what we're looking for. Speaking of which, that did not go well. Alright, let's see what else there is. Whew, boy. Do I want to get rid of that? Because if I place my... I'm really just looking for land, so sure. Even if it's a card I can't use, that's fine. Okay, I was going to say, we kind of need it out the way more than anything. Alright, we will pay. We'll turn one of these into a Deuter, and we'll get in there. Now, admittedly, they're probably going to start gaining life or whatever, but at least now we have a way to remove stuff. I can Blood Chief's Thirst a big champion and still do what we need to do. Oh, they're going to Besage you. All right, they're taking that away from us. However, they are giving us a land, so that's good. Let's take this. So that's actually not a bad thing. All right, let's see what they want to do now. And having access to Meathook here is still pretty nice. In the event that something happens with, say, like a Hallowed Haunting or whatever, we have realistically have an out. What do we want to do here? I feel like I should just get rid of this Runeforged champion, but like... I don't know. I think we're going to attack. I mean, technically, we're winning the race right now, but I don't know. Yeah, sure, you get to Iganjo that guy. Sounds great. Alright, Showdown could turn into something bad for us here. No runes, but there is a Jukai Naturalist and a land, which I'm assuming we'll see those here. Alright, well, looks like we will have to go ahead and Meathook the world away. Rune of Might, sure. We're going to have to block with the Shambling Ghast anyway, so we can go ahead and Meathook for 4. So, even though it tramples, we just want to make sure this is dead. I mean, I guess we didn't have to, but it does save a point of damage. Get treasure. Okay. So, we can attack for just 3. Because we're pretty sure the opponent won't want to block with their Naturalist. Then we'll Meathook for 4. Drain the opponent. Alright, then let's see if we can find something going forward from here. We still have a removal card, so we can lean on that for a little bit, which is good. But they still have a lot of cards, and because the runes draw cards, they could have a lot. Okay, there's a Hallowed Haunting, which we knew was probably a thing. Which is pretty bad for us. Not gonna lie. It's not a happy time. Uh-oh, they went and got a land to be able to play another Commune. Okay, that turn didn't go nearly as badly as it could have for us. Okay. I guess we dealt with the majority of the threats that were there. Now it's just, can we... Ooh. Dang, don't have quite enough. I was like, we could get back the chef. I mean, that's a thing. Can I play this as a land? Okay, I can. All right, that's not bad. Let's see. If we play it as land, then we can Deadly Dispute, gas. All right. We'll attack, because we at least get that out of the turn. I don't even know if we get rid of that. We probably just get rid of this. I think that's going to be our plan here. And just see if we find something else here. Oh, that's actually really good. Oh, this turn went great. And I could just sack this to get a 1/1. I mean, yeah, all right. We can sacrifice, hit the opponent down to 8. Or to 1. Man, this is actually a call. Do I think they could attack us with haste? I don't know. They'd have to draw well. Let's do it. I mean, they've got to draw just right. If they get there, they get there. You just got to put it on them. They've got 4 cards plus whatever they draw here. So they get us, they get us. I mean, plus we have our own meat hook, so they'd have to really do a lot here. Because even just, you know, if they gained 5, we would just attack, let some stuff die, and then meat hook for the difference. So we're probably still okay. Yeah. Woo! Wow. Oh, man. No black mana. However, we do... You know what? We're on the draw. Let's keep this. Because, like, there's a chance. Like, not a good one, but we get to draw, and then we get to play this and get to draw. So, like, maybe there's something. I don't know. We'll see. Does that get us there? It does not. Ugh. Should have just went to 6. That's just how it goes, though. Mulligans are important. Ooh, Smelter. Do you do anything, Mr. Smelter? Maybe? Probably just gets countered. I don't know that, but probably? I'm actually not going to do anything with that. I'm going to decline. I have a feeling if they didn't counter, that's a Doomscar. Like, you know what I mean? I just have that feeling that if you didn't counter something there, and you're not, and at the end of turn they didn't draw cards. Exactly. That was just one of those context clues kind of situations. You just looked and went like, something's not right here. Alrighty, what do we do now? We can sack this to try to draw into something. We could just make the 2/2 and hope there's a land on top. Alright, let's do that. At least we get a creature out of the deal. Still not. Oh, no. Yeah, Fading Hope, fine. That's fine. Like, nothing we could really do about it. Man, that's tough. That's tough. Alright, there we go. A little bit late to the party. Let's try to resolve this first. And I think we just pass, right? I think that's the plan here. Memory Deluge, sure. Man, the tough part is if we'd had a black mana, I think we'd have been crushing this game already. But because we didn't, we got to take this long, slow road to get where we're trying to go. Also, aren't going to be able to attack with our creature land because we have to be aware of the Wandering Emperor, which is a little bit of a pain. All right. They didn't play a land? That's a little suspicious. Must be a lot of counters. Let's attack. Okay, so they don't have an Emperor either. Well, what are we worried about then? I guess I kind of want to try that, but I don't think it's going to resolve. Let's end the turn. Oh, they just have counters or something. Okay. Let's try to dispute. See if we can get them to spend a counter on their turn. Do I? Now, this is a real question. Actually, you know what? Let's sacrifice this. I mean, 1 point isn't a lot, but, you know, if there's nothing else there. So we can at least just keep attacking for a bit. Keep that going for a minute. Alright. This has to draw a counter, right? I'm refusing to believe there's nothing else there. Like, come on. Like, if they don't counter this doesn't even make sense. Alright, there we go. I was gonna say, that would have been very weird. Alright, so this way I can at least get a card back and some mana if they do sweep the board. Okay, I guess that's a positive? I don't know. They could have a land and still play a Doomscar, but none of that matters. They're at 16. It's not like we're really pressuring them here. Okay, that card I'm going to assume does a whole lot of nothing here. We do that, then they use that. Then how do we feel about it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we can do this. Go to attacks. They can kill our land. We can sacrifice the land. We don't get to replace it, but we get a card for our trouble, which is fine. Okay, that doesn't do a whole lot. Alright, they're starting to get to their critical mana point here, and we gave them entirely too much time. Got another Doomscar or some such? Yep, there it is. Oh, just a hard cast Doomscar. Interesting. So what is all that mess over there? Alright, I guess we're attacking. We'll remove a Deluge. Does that make sense? And while they're tapped out, I guess we'll go ahead and do this. Or at least mostly tapped. I was like, I guess they could have spell snared that if they wanted to. Okay, opponent's at 11. We've really done nothing but play a bunch of mana this game. We're not making good progress at all. Alright, what do we got? Oni Cult Anvil, okay. That's something that might draw a counter. A Deluge. Okay. So now there's a different question on, does it make more sense to try and attack with these hasty tokens and save this, drain the opponent for 1. Actually, if we do that, we could make this, oh gosh, plans and math and math and plans. Okay, let's do this, I think. Because I'm just trying to decide if I want to tap out to, like, if attacking for 3 is better here. attack for 3 goes to 8, but if we make 2 1/1s and then we play the Doomscar, or this, and then they Doomscar or some such, that's an actual 2 more. So yeah, let's do this. Since those have haste. And then we will go ahead and do this. Though maybe I should have done this first, because then it couldn't be spell snared, but whatever. All right. So I feel like we've kind of come around to piecing something together here. Ugh. Opponent's going to drain everything. All right. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. So we get the opponent down to 8. All right. That card doesn't do much to help us here. That might, actually. As silly as that looks, all things considered. All right, I guess we'll get rid of this. I don't know. All right, drain the opponent down to 1. Unless this gets countered. I mean, that's an actual point of damage. Do we want to get rid of a land? I don't think getting rid of a land actually does anything here, sadly. I'm just thinking if I need to activate this next turn, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I guess I want this in play. That's fine. All right, end the turn. I mean, I guess there's a world where I should have just drawn because maybe I find the other meat hook or something there, which could matter. But the opponent's at 1 here. They have to have 2 answers, which is probably a Fading Hope and something, but you don't want a Fading Hope of Epicure, right? Okay, they're dead. We won somehow. All right, so that worked out exactly like we wanted it to, and that was awesome. So yeah, highly recommend this. Lots of decisions to be made, as you probably saw. I think I stumbled through 3 or 4 even in the early games, but that's fine. You know, that's going to happen with this. But I really like the versatility and the resilience of this deck is what I really liked. We beat so many of the control decks, the mid-rangey decks, whatever, because we were able to just keep grinding it out and keep nickel and diming the opponent every turn and never really let them kind of come up for air. The only thing I would say is the face of the Mirror Breaker, or Fable of the Mirror Breaker, didn't really turn out the way I wanted. It was fine, but realistically, it might be better just being 2 more removal cards of some kind, because I think that's going to be the issue, especially again when you come back to talking about maybe like a Thalia or even those rune matchups where you just want to make sure you can keep a creature off of you for a turn or 2 longer. I think that's going to be our best bet. So I probably would turn there, find a couple of removal of choice that you want to play and stick those in that slot. And otherwise, yeah, this was actually pretty sweet. I mean, worst case scenario, maybe you want to play something like Loth in that spot, now I'm thinking about it, but realistically, I might just stick with some removal. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Judith the Scourge Diva. And this card would be fan-freaking-tastic in this type of deck. I mean, a bunch of tokens, and then things that die, and whatever, and then it's like, oh, wait, it's a non-token creature dies. But that being said, she does give every creature +1/+0 anyway, which is still actually awesome. I would totally still play it in this deck. But the reason I bring it up is if you do have things that are sacking creatures coming back from the graveyard, you know, that sort of deck, Judith is actually still pretty good, especially if you're trying to be hyper aggressive. Now, that being said, is it like the card to play in Commander? Not really, but there's a lot of other formats and kitchen table spots where this card kind of gets forgotten, and it's kind of sad because it's only a couple of years old. But yeah, check it out. If you want one, they're pretty cheap. You can get them for like 50 cents. Now, as always, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord, which are open to the public, so come by, say hi, come talk about decks, magic, news, whatever. We talk about a lot of stuff in there. You should come by. Check us out. Also, if you would like to support the channel, we have memberships. You can see that join button. It's probably somewhere like there or something. Check it out. Become a member. We appreciate it. It helps me out, and I really, really do mean that. It helps a lot. But if you can't do that and it's not in your budget, I completely understand. Even though it's only as little as 99 cents. If you can't, hey, at least like this video because that helps. hit the subscribe button if you haven't. If you watched this far and you haven't, I don't know why you haven't, but please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and choose all notifications so you don't miss a video we have coming. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.